Hi guys, tonight I am making some Jello, but instead of using a cup of cold water, I'm using cold rosehip tea, and instead of using a cup of hot water, I'm using hot rosehip tea. So this is going to be a Jello that is medicinal Jello. It's going to be a huge boost of vitamin C. So what I did was I took a mason jar, I put some rose hips in. They were dehydrated. They look all plump now. They look great. They're all back to normal. So I dehydrated and put them in the water. I put 2 cups of water in there, and I put the cap on, and it's been sitting in there for an hour. So it's just warm now. It's cool actually. So what I'm going to do now, a nice seal there. Let's move this away. I've got something to strain the tea into, and then I've got my strainer. So this is 2 cups of water. So I'm just going to strain it so I get all of the rose hips out, the hair of the rose hips too. So there's my 2 cups of water. I'm just going to get rid of this. And I'm going to rinse this out fast because I'm going to use this to make my Jello. So I just rinse that out because I don't want any pieces of the rose hips or the rose hip hairs in there. So now what I'm going to do, I got 2 little jars. I'm going to measure 1 cup in each. Look how lovely that looks. There is so much vitamin C in this right now. It goes in there. So to make Jello, you need a cup of hot water and a cup of cold water. So I'm going to take this and I'm going to pop it in the microwave and make it hot. I'm not going to ever put anything medicinal in the microwave over 1 minute because it'll kill the medicinal value, anything over a minute. So I'm just putting it in there for probably 30 seconds because it was still warm anyhow. And then this will be the cold water, but it's cold tea. So let's take my Jello mix. And I make my Jello always in mason jars because I just pop them in the fridge. And you can still get your spoon in there nice. Make sure you have a wide neck one like this. So I'm going to put my Jello in there. So I'm going to put my hot water in there and shake it all up. Make sure it's all mixed well. I'm going to just rinse that cap too. I'm going to check the rosehip tea here. See how hot it is. Oh, it's plenty hot now. So that's nice and hot. It's actually too hot to even handle. Pour that in here. Wow, that's hot. Put my cap on. Mix it up really well. So that was an orange Jello that I used, which you could use any type of Jello. I just grabbed a box of Jello because I love Jello. So that's looking pretty nice and mixed. Now I'm going to add my cold water. Well, it's actually tea, but it would be water if you're making just normal Jello. So it's my cold. And I'm going to give that a good shake. I'm just tired, guys. It's late and I had a really busy, successful, wonderful day at the market. I'm just kind of tired. I'm not talking right. So that is it. That's all there is to making medicinal Jello. And you don't just have to do that with rose hips. You could do that with dandelion roots. You could do that with absolutely anything. You would make a tea. So you're going to extract all the goodness into the water with the water extraction and just use that tea, whatever you've made, and make some Jello. And there's so many other things you can make too. I hope you guys make some medicinal Jello. I can't wait for the morning to have it for breakfast.